currently trying to ensure we keep up with a live streaming schedule, irrespective of wherever it is we are at. And today is the Friday of the month, August, the 14th day of the month, actually. I want to say thank you for being a part of us here. If you're watching, just bear with my makeshift live streaming interface, right? But again, I want to appreciate you all for joining. So yes, it's Elgiod, Solana, and a few of these coins. So we're gonna probably sit more on trading view today. We've, to get to the point where we can have a full 1 hour session to ourselves in the course of this live stream. But again, I want to acknowledge that irrespective of what time it is and how this session might be, we are still going to have a session all the same. It's a minute. Log right in. I can be able to seamlessly maximize the time I have here, analyze all of this access. By the way, I want to just get to what we are doing and keep at it, right? I think that's pretty much necessary to do. Just a minute, guys. I'm trying to sign in with different accounts, different devices, actually, which again is defining the point I am at this point. All right. So today we're going to be looking at analyzing the BNB Solana market, and also we'll be looking at just a quick one, please. We'll be looking at the market trend and market news, market events at this point in time. That's primarily what we want to read about this live session, looking at those 3 or 4 cardinal assets. Let me quickly make my window kind of show that. At some point I'm going to probably turn off my pace or video because I'm not using all my lights. I only have just this one light, and I normally have about 3 or 4 lights. But because of the current situation I am in, just kind of bear with me for today. It's not going to be like that tomorrow because I drove down here and I've just been trying to put so much together in a very short time. That's why you don't have the perfect feel. But trust me, tomorrow will not be like this. You can probably see the best of workspace, right? I couldn't pick so much of all I had to bring right here. And so I think that's enough of why you're seeing these settings and the excuse around that. I think now we need to get into the subject of, why we are here. All right. Thank you once again for waiting and sticking around. So we made an analysis yesterday on Bitcoin, and of course we gave a very precise call on the pricing right here that folks should take their short trade from. And as you could see, the trade really got that exact point and it sold off, right? It didn't take the stop loss and of course take profit. Would you imagine, or would you believe I didn't set this trade after I was done? Because that was about the time I was preparing to jump on the next available moving train to get right here. And boy, oh boy, it's interesting, right? Trust me. And that was why I couldn't make it to catch that trade. But again, I took a short on BNB, which again is making me wanting to talk with us today about the BNB analysis I took, or the trade I took, and why I think I'm really focusing on not just BNB but also Solana and the trends of event that has really played out in the course of this week. I think these are very important subjects for discussions. I would love to confirm the sound and of course ensure that there is no distortion whatsoever in our live stream. If you have some bit of concerns whatsoever, I would love to know anyways in the comment section, as I'm already about to tune in right now. I think that's it. So guys, let's get into BNB. It's been some 10 minutes thereabouts, and I would love to Know if you have other assets you want to analyze. So BNB, Solana, and hype. These three assets to put analysis on them. And mind you, this is the end of the week. Trust me, I think most markets really have closed. It's already, close of the New York session apparently, as at my check from my own end. And I think, yeah, you wouldn't want to expect much more volatility on the conventional market side, unlike crypto. So let's look into, BNB, and I think from that point we'll pivot. So, thank you so much for part of what we're doing here, guys. So thank you so much for sign up here. Trying to sign in, guys, because this one is running flat. Right, just bear with me. Just forgive me for today. Just really forgive me for today. So I'm gonna use the exact pricing chart we have on so let's do that. Fine, I think we've logged in, and I think that's it. Good Lord, thank God. It feels so good. Okay, guys, let's use the perpetual pricing index. I think that's gonna be best for us. What do you think is gonna happen with, token? The past few days, interestingly, I must tell you, I cannot explain why that buy is. Got some better explanations, then you let me know. Then, because probably gonna be comparing the BNB's price chart here with one of the analysis I had in terms, maybe. But again, if I don't get to do that, it's probably because it's not so necessary for us to get to where we are going to. So, in summary, I expect BNB. At this point, you already would agree with me that my style of analysis might not be the conventional one for you, but it is what I call ICT. It's simple. What that means is I literally try to leverage the information available in the market. So I'm probably going to be turning off my camera, right? So I just could focus, right? So thank you. As you could see, I'm still the one, and the reality around my live streaming, platform here is not the best. So I'm going to be turning it off, if you don't mind. Yeah, let's turn off the camera and then let's get this. Okay, so since the camera is out, we just need to focus on what we're doing right here, right now. I think that's pretty much okay. And with that, we can have almost an hour to keep up with our live session. Okay. So guys, this is the reason why I want us to look into BNB. Because for the past few days and weeks, actually, I've been considering the reality of the financial markets. I have seen few coins, one of which is KCS or KuCoin. Hello, good to see you. Yeah, one of which is KuCoin, one of which is, I'm seeing Abdul. Hi, do you think the market is bearish or bullish today? So I literally was out of the market throughout today, Abdul, and just a moment, guys. I was trying to ensure that I think the network is actually good now, I guess. Maybe I should just keep going because I was trying to ensure alternatives. Right. So that was what I was trying to do. Right. So we don't just get to. I was going to talk about key levels, and I'm like, key levels, right, equal areas of market repeated reactions. So those are simply what key levels are. I'm not going to sit much on education today. We won't really do analysis. So you could tell there was a key level there. Of course, here, right? Only if we're going to probably deceive ourselves. These are the market key levels. It's very simple. And as you could see, there are key levels the market kept on respecting and reacting. So what does it mean, again, for the market to have traded below this key level after a long time? If you check, the last time the market traded below this level was in May of 2025, right? And also, respectively, June of 2024. And of course, 2021 prior to the bull run. So the bull run that came about in 2024 up until 2026 or 2025, made the Bitcoin market to soar above the key level. Now it just traded below it. What does that mean? I think it really means that we're in bearish phase, and there are certain liquidity the market must definitely get satisfied or fulfilled before it has its interest to really go bullish. Anyways, all of those stories might not really mean so much to you, and I think it's kind of very important. So since it is very important for us and for me, and I answered Abdul the last time. I just tried dropping that. So I want to be so sure our network is giving us the best, right? At least if we don't have our camera on, we should be able to get a good network audio out there. So now that it's traded below, I think there are certain liquidities the market wants to react to or, kind of interact with. I'm not saying there's a certainty that BNB is going to come below here, but I can tell you for a fact there is a high tendency the Bitcoin market, and of course BNB in this case, to trade below this $537 level. Was sequel to what we already understood Bitcoin likely to do. Having understood that, I mean, if you want to do many of your price analysis, whatever it is you want to call that, face the reality. Yeah, we really need to face the reality of what we think the market is going to probably be doing. Just a moment. By looking out for opportunities, because that's all analysis or analysts do in the market. So this is a weekly time frame, and from this point, June, all right, this particular month, June 29th till now, the market has been buying and buying, but again, you do not see much volume as expected, meaning the bearish impulsive prayer there is still at work. And if that's the case, this is the relative lower R. That led to this dip. Now, if I were going to look at the retracement factor, I'm going to consider taking a sell from that point, but I don't think there's a likelihood for that to happen right now. Why? historical evidences, several of the things we've discussed in previous times as to the market going ahead to taking, going ahead to, yeah, that's the word, going ahead to taking, relative low liquidity before then buying, right? And if that's the case, then I think this for me is kind of not going to be like a crazy idea to look at the daily time frame and draw a hourly parallel. So this is what I'm saying. Okay. This is also a key level. It was a demand zone. The market had respected over and over again. You could see the market had turned that to a supply. And you must see that yourself. So demand, and you care for me to show how that was a key level to you. I'm going to do this. Yeah, I mean, apparently that's clear enough. You could see that flipped over to becoming a sell, a trigger point for a sell. So, of course, clearly, once the market proves all of this, wrong, we'll have this point as our target. I mean, this is my immediate target, if you're probably asking me. Hey, not a financial advice, but the one I'm saying. I don't know if you guys are following me on this page. All right, I think I now have 48 followers. This is stuff good. I'm looking forward to making our first 1,000 followers in the next 2 weeks before we wrap off the month of August. So please, if you're watching right now, try giving us a follow. And also, we are live on YouTube. Yeah. So guys, this is it. And so the daily time frame begins to confirm that when we look more internally. What do we see on daily time frame that confirms our bias? I'm going to probably be touching down much more on that. And probably from next week, I'm probably going to be seeing how I could do way more hours of live stream depending on my schedules. But again, I need you guys to engage more in live session. If you're right here, please, I'd love to know how intentionally, educational and of course informative this session is to you. So please, let me know in the comment section. It's going to probably give me some heads up on what it is that we're seeing. So if you're going to be drawing more parallel intra-hour, you could actually want to probably put something like a parallel channel. If you do that beyond the ICT, which I purely stick with, and when you draw that, you'd see that, okay, the market has traded keeping a parallel proof, and it's likely going to be breaking out soon. Don't ask me how I know. Of course, it's because of my ICT knowledge and of course key levels, strategic understanding of price action. I know already what the market likely going to be doing, and that's why I don't want to miss out on Thursday sessions, because we break down big stuff for y'all to understand, right? Yeah. So just analyzing the whole thing and of course getting right into the short. The previous days candle was an indecision candle. That was yesterday, Thursday, and today's candle, because it's still Friday, interestingly, in West Africa, although it's very late, this candle is literally bearish candle. It's already wrapping up. And I don't know when the next daily candle is going to probably open. I'm going to probably give a guess. Now, for my guess, I'll talk about that. And the next trading session, which I think we might take this trade from, is going to be the Tokyo session or Asian market. So essentially, let me just show you something, guys. Where the buy side liquidity taken here. BSL stands for buy side liquidity, which means the market quickly went above to grab the liquidity resting above that particular point. And now it just dropped, and expectedly, this point should have been a trigger point. If you're going to be asking me, this should be the trigger point for a buy if we already see pushing up. Yeah, but then apparently the market just sort of dropped, as your guys could see. when it came right here, it pushed like that, but then there was a foiled bullish market somewhere there. I'm going to probably show you that soon. So it was a failed bullish attempt for the market. And yeah, of course, you already should begin to understand the thought processes that I have into all of those. Right. So since that was a failed bullish market, I think that explains why, yeah, that's going to probably be an immediate protected eye. What does an immediate protected eye looks like? I would explain. This is what it means. If we are seeing the market rejecting around the point, that tells that there is a layer of strong resistance around that level, which the market has a likelihood of respecting. So I'm going to probably be using that point as my, right, you see that? As my certain target for my entry, if you don't mind. So this is the explanation I would love to give to us tonight. And as we wrap up for this week lecture, yeah, you can tell that the price dynamics in these assets is simple. We're taking a short on BNB around this point, which for me will be about the same point BNB will probably want to wick into during its candle open. I'm probably going to be calling for a closure of this trade soon, and you'll probably be asking me, where is the target profit for this trade? It's simple. There are multiple targets, so I think this is the immediate target, but one who is very much conservative and not too overly expectant. Do we understand that, please? Yes. So I'm saying there's going to be a sell-off. It's after BNB going into Solana. So, but then once the market takes this point, then I believe the sell-off would literally. So this is the forecast we have, right? Let me know if you have questions in the comment section. Does this make sense anyways? So I'm going to implore us to set this trade right now on BNB. The entry point is, of course, KuCoin pricing 609.25. And the stop loss sits at 612.50. Immediate take profit is 596. I think there are more take profits as I did. So this is an important one. I don't think anybody wants to miss out on this, right? So this is the next take profit 85. So I'm probably going to duplicate this. I don't do, but declaring. Or 85 is going to be 6. So I would want us to, but we don't miss nothing of these trades, right? I don't think I want us to. So I also dropped this for those on my community and asked them to ensure they take this trade. Let me see if I could do that right now. I'm gonna take a short break. I'm gonna come back in about how many minutes? Yeah. Yeah, once I'm back, we're gonna wrap off on Solana, and I think you don't want to miss out. That's right. Yep. Billboard. Great. Let's do Solana. Then hype for tonight. I just want to go grab a cup of water. I'm gonna be right back. I'm sorry. Oh, there you go. So if you've been enjoying our analysis for the past few days, please drop a comment in the live session. And if you've been seeing how very profitable under God our live streams session has been, let me know. And that's the thing for me. Alan, for the just note of that dropped the HKFKHFALHFL. I mean, that's a very pronounced greeting. I mean, I really look forward to knowing what that means. Okay. But if you've taken profit on any trade, don't regret or feel bad about it. So I'm thinking tomorrow's candle open is going to probably open around 607 or 608. And then the high for the day is going to be made somewhere into 609.25, about the same exact price on BNB. Anyways, that sets us BNB. So we're going to probably do so now. We're going to do a very quick run. I want you to be here with us. I'm going to be right back. Stay tuned. Yeah, I'm going to be right back. Thank you. Ciao. Hey, we're so back. Apologies, the break was kind of necessary. Better hydrated, and I think we could just keep on going right now. No more waiting, no more dilly dallying, and we can actually keep the whole thing on. Yeah, bro, your boy. It might just be Solana we're gonna probably be stopping at today. I really hope we could actually do way more. But again, it's because of several factors. But then let's just push, I guess. So this is Solana on a daily time frame. I think you could always understand that all of these assets sort of go in tandem. So just to make some very quick analogy, I would pull up the BNB's chart so you could compare. One would let me turn my connection. Right, I think this is perfect right now. Is it? Do we get the best network right now? Okay, I think this is sort of a greater one. Maybe I think it is. Okay, fine. Guys, let's just keep going. Okay, fine. Yeah. I was going to compare Solana with BNB's chart, just the one we've analyzed, or any other one we could actually learn on. Why that is simply because very much alike. And by the way, it's not a must this market goes the way I explained, but this is the perfect point for the market to open this way. Coming downwards, very possible, very much likely. So when you look at this asset altogether on a daily time frame, don't bear in mind this is a daily time frame. Daily time frame, you could, just like I mentioned about what began on BNB's chart just lately about how BNB hours. Let me do 4-hour chart right now. You would see how much alike they are. Look at that. You see that? You see how much they are alike? Let me bring it to the middle so everybody could see what I'm showing. You could see at this point it was a bit down here, just the same way this was a bit down. So the one on line graph, bluish color is BNBs. The one that is having candlesticks are Solanas. So now about here, so in a sense it's like, if I'm gonna probably also turn this to a line charts, I think I should be able to do that. Okay, I can make it a line. It's a lagging indicator. That's what it is. So, which went up at what time? So I think Solana's chart is a leading indicator, or BNB chart indeed is a lagging indicator. I think that's what I can conclude at this point in time. As I look, I can always agree with you days. Both candles have been going the same direction. Again, I'm saying we'll probably arrive at the same conclusion as we did on Hello Cave. Hello Abdul, if you're joining, drop a gem. I'm dropping also for live room. Apologies, we had our camera on, but about that later on. So this is it. I was just doing all of this to explain that we'll arrive most likely at the same junction as we did on BNB, which is this analysis that BNB is likely going to be rising into tomorrow's daily candle open, 15th of we will be taking a short, right? And probably we should, of course, it's a probabilistic forecast. We should see on our 10x leverage, whatever leverage we get to use. All right, so of course, trade wisely. I mean, I think I'm going to probably give that disclaimer. So look at this. Yes, this candle of the 4-hour candle, the last one, which of course you could see on Solana, it's very much bearish. It knocked off. It's sort of interestingly. And on the daily time frame on Solana, you'd agree with me. I don't want to go into much stories, but then I think you already know what key levels are. If you look at it, key level on Solana and the play of the price, right, you'd see that the lowest point Solana ever traded into was somewhere around here, right? And it's a critical demand zone. Solana has been respecting that point for forever. And of course, historically, let me just draw. You could see that that's a key level, very much a key level. And just to be clear, Solana will never come back here. I don't think so. I don't expect Solana to come that ridiculously low ever again. Anyways, so on a weekly time frame, just to begin this analysis on Solana, effectively, I'm going to explain. So you could see that from this low, which is the lowest point the market on Solana ever got during the Solana has retraced more than, that's one thing, more than 72.8%. I'm gonna probably plug in the Fibonacci retracement tool, which I would use that right now. Okay, I think it's been. So look at that. So this is it. So you could say that it's already at the 78.6. This is an on-time entry level. I'm going to be saying this to show the fact that this bearish market is just having days left, right? Why? Because the previous bearish almost 340 days, meaning we're left with about 20 days or maybe 30 days at most, or the average of this is going to probably the next thing could happen. But bear in mind, Solana has more tendency to make a new high. I'm thinking of Solana making $400 or $350 on KuCoin. Again, not a financial advice. Okay. So if you're looking at the fact that Solana's trend is key level right now, this is where it is. I don't know what the market's going to probably. It's going to clear the immediate liquidity into the possibility of Solana dropping this low. Okay, so we're going to be wrapping this session real quick because, you know, we are interestingly having some expected point we really wanted to meet out. That's the fact. Apologies. The struggle. This is likely going to be very like 5% more. Who knows? Then that could happen. All right, and again, could just be targeting this target. But then I wouldn't expect Solana to come below $32. Never. Let me just put a red line there so you know. I mean, not today. I'm not going to analysis. Tell that I already have a perspective of analysis on the entire Solana market. This is the key level that's led to Solana's sell-off. And Solana is respecting that point nicely enough. This is an immediate high, lower high actually, that the market respected. So that being the case, alright, let me just use a reddish line. So that being the case, I would expect Solana to break above here until it wants to really go bullish right now. And to be honest with you, I think it's gonna probably take a couple of days for that to happen. Yeah. So, let me just be clear. This is a potential liquidity target for the market. It's a sell side. Sell side explains that. Now we have kind of received rejections there. I'm not saying this is certainty, but then I'm thinking I have more clarity on BNB than Solana. I'm gonna be honest with you. But in deal time frame here tells me consolidatory markets. Look right here. I don't know if you guys could see that. I'll just help draw that quickly. Point, and I mean, gonna be the best of freezing. But again, it means the market really sees a lot of struggles around here. There's a lot of struggle right here. So long story short, for a chat on Solana, where I'm going to probably be wrapping up my live session for the day. I think something is very much interesting for me. Is there a breakout of the range? Okay, fine. It looks like it is. Solana is more like a ranging market right now, and I think, yeah, this is the upper band of the range, the lower band of the range. I think Solana is respecting. Yeah. What's your bets? I bet this is gonna play out, which means I could take cues from this expected 0.5% upward. I think it's gonna probably be the same thing on Solana, if you don't mind me saying otherwise. Yeah. So a range I know, but then so I can actually look for taking a trade around the upper band of the range when there's liquidity play. So it's a ranging market. Solana it's ranging, unlike BNB, which is quite clearer. To be clear, what do you then is my analysis on Solana? Yeah. This is my analysis on Solana. Take a short at 77. One somewhere around here. And run this trade to this point. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but then that's working. We're going to probably want to place a bet around this region where it's in the range. And again, if you could really pay attention, you would see that it seemed to respect that point, right? So while I wrap up, I would love to know questions, guys. Is this something? What happens? Distribution. So, no ICT well enough, you know, this is likely going to be like that kind of. Would have a, you know, market. It does. And this manipulation could go way above. And I'm thinking this. So, manipulation goes way above. That's the truth. So I could, that's like going to be like a 3% increase, which is again very much skewed from what I had expected from you. Probably stop us here. I think you have a different chart on this. Again, it might not just, let me just put the 2. And it might come here. But this is going to be a protection. Trust me. I mean, don't trust me anyways. I think it could just move like that. Why do I think this other one could play out? And because I know that after an accumulation, manipulation often shoots above the immediate protection. So 78 can happen. 8.14 could happen. Yeah, I think I'm probably wanting to right about the same point, or just give a space maybe, but then this is it. This is my kind of analysis. If you things, I'm forecasting a manipulation to bath engineer or trade, if you don't mind me saying. Then a distribution to give the take profit sorts. Comment section where I think we're done with analyzing these assets. But we're left with hype. We're gonna probably look into that tomorrow, but then I think you already could take some look into all of these other assets. I think this is it's not bad. A great one. It's either for analysis. So forecast so far, but I think it's better. All I can say is thank you for being able to stick with us and manage the live session as it is for today. Camera to stop because we're not having so much of our live. We'll meet some other times. So I think that's it. I would love to know if there are questions in the live room. Thank you for coming. But if you're watching on YouTube, I would encourage you to use the referral link you have around this video so you can actually sign up on KuCoin Trade and of course enjoy all we're discussing right in app. It's way more interactive, and I think you don't regret being a part of us on KuCoin, discussing all of this analysis, and of course making the most of what we do here, right, within the KuCoin app. Most no assets you cannot trade on KuCoin, from traditional asset to nominal cryptocurrencies. So this is your opportunity to sign up with the referral link around this video on YouTube and download KuCoin. Look out for LGOD on KuCoin because that's the name I go by on KuCoin. Let's analyze. Wait for tomorrow. I mean, set for BNB, and again, I think I'm going to probably set a portion for Solana, but then I think I'm going to probably set for this point 77.02, just to agree with what I'm expecting to likely play out on BNB. Again, not a financial advice, and don't take my word for it. It's for educational purpose. Thank you so much for coming. We'll see you some other times. Peace out, and again, good night.